Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Week 8 of Season 2 of Kickoff Conversations. This is our second episode this year, and we're very happy that you have joined us today.
Yeah, ready to get into some pretty exciting Week 8 NFL games, and let's just dive right into it.
Let's dive right into it. We're going to have the same setup as last time around, where we'll have the score on the screen and show some stats. Starting off with Thursday Night Football between the Vikings and the Chargers.
Pretty boring game. I tuned in for parts of this, I think around more in the first half I was watching, when it kind of looked like the Chargers game. Didn't really change throughout the second half at all. Thursday Night Football, I was just talking to you a bit before, it's feeling not canon to me when it comes to the NFL world. I don't know, Thursday nights are just not really the football games that I sit down and watch. I'm more of a Sunday, Monday guy. Thursday kind of feels like boring. It feels like it's always just going to kind of be lopsided. I don't know.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, this was projected to be a close game, but as most Thursday night games are, they're kind of either really boring, low-scoring games or blowouts like this one. The Chargers came out swinging. Justin Herbert, 3 passing touchdowns. And, for the Vikings, Carson Wentz was looked injured for most of the game. And obviously, no J.J. McCarthy. You didn't want to re-injure him. The Vikings were kind of screwed there. But the Chargers bounce back win after losing to the Colts last week. They look really good offensively.
They do. I think the main concern with the Vikings is just finding the end zone, honestly. I think, both teams are injured at the running back position at the time of this game. So it's kind of tough to find the end zone for the Vikings, I guess, when you don't really have that established running game, because they know you're going to try and go into the air. Jefferson still had a good game there, had 7 catches, 74 yards. But Kamani Vidal for the Chargers had a pretty standout game here. A lot of people have been picking him up in fantasy leagues that I'm in. They were hoping for the big game. They finally got it there. I didn't face him this week, thankfully. But, he had a good game there. So that's encouraging for the Chargers. But, just not a fun game.
Yeah. Next up, we've got a game that I don't think anybody predicted, even Dolphins fans, blowing out the Atlanta Falcons by 24 with a final score of 34-10.
Yeah, I think a lot of people thought that Mike McDaniel's job was gone after last week's loss to the Dog Pound. But, this week the Dolphins come in. Tua looked great. I was watching this game because my buddy Brandon, shout out Brandon if you're watching this, Falcons suck. But, I was watching this game with my buddy Brandon because I didn't want to watch the Browns game, so I was like, let's watch one of our teams win. And then the Falcons lost by 24 points. Bijan Robinson was a non-factor in this game. Jalen Waddle, who I benched this week in fantasy because I thought this was going to be a really lopsided game. Yeah. He had a great game. A
passing touchdown in every quarter for Tua Tagovailoa. He might have just saved his career even with this game. We'll see how they bounce back. Atlanta's been a very streaky team all year, winning against Buffalo and now losing 2 straight. But I don't know, man. Dolphins looked really good in this one. I still don't think that they have a chance. I don't think anyone really thinks they have a chance or they're back. Really kind of embarrassing for Atlanta.
Yeah, I think the story of the NFL this year has been, I feel like it's been noticed by a lot of people. You can't tell what teams are actually, really good. There's, 2 teams that I can point out and be that's actually a good football team. I think the best team by just eye and stats right now is the Colts.
Yeah, that's crazy.
They match what they do, and then they show up in the game, and they, the stats on paper look good. The eye test is good. But, a team like the Falcons, or even, the Vikings, like we were just saying, they're 3-4. They just win, lose, win, lose, win, lose. Yeah. So it's kind of tough to tell who's good right now if that's every single team.
Yeah, it's been a really weird NFL season so far. And next up, we've got the Baltimore Ravens beating the Chicago Bears 30-16 in what was kind of a boring-ish game. I watched a lot of this game because I ended up taking the Bears. I was one of the few people who took the Bears. A lot of people were on the Ravens side because Lamar wasn't ruled out until, about a day before the game.
I think so.
But the Ravens ended up coming out and winning this one. Tyler Huntley with a passing touchdown and 186 yards. And Derrick Henry finally looked to be a little bit back.
Yeah.
Back to Derrick Henry. 2 touchdowns, 71 yards on the ground. And then, Caleb Williams didn't even have a bad game. Just the Bears defense had a lot of penalties. that cost them the game, really.
Yeah, it's tough. I also took the Bears to win. I thought the Bears were going to sneak out. They were underdogs. But yeah, Snoop Huntley comes in, Pro Bowler Snoop Huntley, and he leads the Ravens to win. He was kind of playing like Lamar Jackson a little bit there, a little bit of movement in the pocket, nice little throws to Zay Flowers there. Zay Flowers getting involved now off the IR. But my highlight of this game, honestly, without the Bears win, still is Roma Dunze. Roma Dunze continues almost every single week to look like a better and better receiver, and I think he's going to take that wide receiver 1 spot from DJ Moore if he hasn't already. But yeah, Bears are another one of those teams that are just win, lose, win, lose, win, lose. You can't tell if they're good or not. You can't really tell if they're bad. But the Ravens, if they get Lamar back now, sitting at 2-5, it's a lot better than sitting at 1-6. So
yes,
could definitely be something to look.
Absolutely, they have 2 games against the Steelers late in the season where they could end up taking the division from them. I mean, even the Bengals, I don't think are going to do it. Browns really aren't going to do anything, unfortunately. But I think that the Ravens still have a shot at that division.
Yeah, absolutely.
We'll see. And speaking of the Cincinnati Bengals, they ended up losing to the 0-7, now 1-7 New York Jets for the Jets' first win of the season.
Yeah, this game I was also keeping a close eye on, just because I saw that they were starting to chip away in the fourth. In the first half, it wasn't very close. But then in the fourth quarter, I started to see touchdown Jets, field goal Jets, whatever. I'm like, this is pretty interesting because, I mean, the Jets are a team that don't have any quit. They're not a great football team, but they're not going to give up by any means. Justin Fields came out, played one of his best games of the season. He had a few pretty good games early on. I know he played one pretty good game against the Cowboys. But this was probably his best one just because being able to pick up that W. Breece Hall looked great. He could be a trade target for some contending teams that need running back help like the Chiefs. Samaje Perine came in. He led them in yards at the running back. Chase Brown hasn't looked very good this year. And then Jamar Chase with another pretty good game. But Joe Flacco's inserted himself pretty well into that offense. But this is just a blown one by the Bengals defense.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really know if I would say the Jets won or if the Bengals lost. I mean, the Jets coming off of a game without even scoring a touchdown last week, and then they put up over 500 yards on the Bengals, just shows how depleted the Bengals defense is and has been for the last few years. Zach Taylor, I don't know if you watched the end of that game, but the Bengals' second to last drive, Zach Taylor threw the ball 3 times and didn't waste any time off the clock, up by a touchdown. Just, I don't know why he wouldn't run the ball with under 5 minutes to go.
It doesn't make any sense at all either with, obviously, momentum on the Jets' side. If you're only up by 7 at that point, because you came into that up by, what, about 20 points? Yeah. So momentum's on the Jets' side. You don't burn any timeouts. I've been saying it for a while. I think Zach Taylor's not the right coach for this Bengals team. I think they need more of a defensive-minded coach because the offense is there. The offense is going to do its thing. You have 2 premier receivers. You have a good running back in Chase Brown. He's having a down year, but he's still a good running back. And, of course, you have a top 5, top 3 quarterback in the league in Joe Burrow. The offense is going to figure itself out. You need to get a smart, defensive-minded coach who's going to know what plays to run, what system to use. And the Bengals are just, week after week, throwing away opportunities to come and seize a depleted North.
Yeah, agreed. I mean, Zach Taylor, if this isn't his last game as the head coach of the Bengals, I don't know what they're doing. I think he should be gone.
Yeah, it's about time.
Next up, we've got the Buffalo Bills beating the Carolina Panthers 40-9 in an absolute blowout. Josh Allen, on paper, didn't even look like he had a great game, but I mean, James Cook, 200 yards and 2 touchdowns. Absolutely incredible from him.
Yeah, I mean, Josh Allen, that's a Lamar Jackson stat line right there. Your team scores 40, and you only have to throw 19 passes for 160 yards. James Cook has looked incredible this year. It's good to see him breaking out. Yeah, I mean, Khalil Shakir, 88 yards and a touchdown. Ted McMillan on the other side looked great.
Yeah, solid.
He's continued to get better and better over the weeks. I know he didn't have the greatest game last week, but he's a rookie. There's obviously going to be the growing pains. And with Andy Dalton as your QB, I've said this in the past about the veteran QBs. They're going to work the rock to their wide receiver 1. That's how they were trained. That's what they're going to continue to do. Panthers, another streaky team, man. We keep coming to the topic. It feels like every single team is just streaky. Yeah. Even the Bills, in a sense. Like, you lose to the Falcons, but then you come in, you win your last 2 games. So I don't know, man. Weird NFL.
Weird.
Really weird.
And yet another really weird game, the Houston Texans beating the San Francisco 49ers 26-15. CJ Stroud had a fantastic game. He played really well against this really injured 49ers defense. And I mean, the 49ers offense as well, really injured without Brock Purdy once again not able to get it done.
Yeah, I'm not too sure what was going on with Christian McCaffrey. I don't know if there was some kind of injury concern, but only 8 carries. I'm not really sure how many receptions he got, but not many touches for Christian McCaffrey. And he's one of the premier players in that offense. Yeah, so 11 total touches there, about 68 yards. But, yeah, just kind of strange to see, especially since Mac Jones has really worked with this Niners offense. It seems like Shanahan can get anybody to really work, but Mac Jones kind of looked like one of the best that we've seen in the past 3 years in that offense. But C.J. Stroud finally coming out of his light. I'm not a huge C.J. Stroud truther, but I also don't like to really come on here and hate that much, so I'll give my props to C.J. Xavier Hutchinson had a great game. Yeah, just another weird game like Zach said.
Yeah. Alrighty, we got Jaden's favorite game of the week. The New England Patriots beating the Cleveland Browns 32-13. Jaden, I'll let you take it away.
Yeah, honestly, I liked what I saw from all of the rookies who weren't named Dylan Gabriel and Quinshon Judkins, but I'm going to take it easy on Judkins because he's been the only bright spot of this team, honestly, all year. Myles Garrett, 5 sacks, breaking his own franchise record. And as he walked off to the sideline, he slammed his helmet. So that kind of sums up what's going on in Cleveland. Dylan Gabriel's not the solution. I don't understand why we think Dylan Gabriel's the solution. He's about 5'8", 5'9", small hands.
Lefty.
Yeah, lefty. Don't get me wrong, right? Great college QB. He had Oregon doing great things in college, but he's just not going to be the solution long term. Like, honestly, I feel like if we just give the keys to Shador at this point, it'll be much more productive. But at the same time, I feel like you cannot solve the problem without attacking the head of it, which is the play caller, Kevin Stefanski. I like Kevin Stefanski as a coach. As a play caller, he's subpar at best. Not doing it. Couldn't do anything. And honestly, Patriots scored 32 points. Drake May looks like an MVP frontrunner. Love the guy. He's really, really good. But this was more of the Browns beating themselves than anything. And this is how it is week after week after week after week. The defense gets depleted. Teams run it up on us. We just don't look great.
Yeah, and I mean, when the wide receiver from the Jets, who was released earlier this year, is leading your team in rushing, Malachi Corley.
On one carry.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, I mean, Harold Fannin, as you can see there, has looked really, really good. It's nice to have that tandem of tight ends there, being able to run a 5-stack of receivers, 3 receivers, 2 tight ends. But, yeah, it's just, I don't know. It's getting to a point, something needs to happen.
Yeah. Next up, we've got the Philadelphia Eagles beating the New York Giants 38-20 in what I thought really, really rigged game. Obviously, coming from a Chiefs fan, I don't know how you want to take that, but there were multiple calls in this game that just kept going Philly's way. There was a fumble that was blown dead way early. There was a tush-push false start. There was a hip drop tackle that wasn't called, all in the favor of the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah, the false start I did see. The center moved. Or no, not the center, sorry. I think it was the left guard.
Yeah.
Moved, and then I believe it was Brian Burns jumped, and the call went against the Giants, which on replay you can clearly see who moves first, and it's significant movement. It's not like it's, like hand on the knee or something like that. Like, he literally twitches upwards, and then they jump. So that was a weird call. And then the fumble, Jalen Hurts was nowhere near close to down. He was still moving forward on a pile of players. Ball comes out. Again, they don't call that. So it's starting to look weird. Obviously, the NFL is not a rigged game. It's not the WWE. But it's just weird, the favoritism that's shown sometimes towards the Eagles and even just top teams, I'll say. But, yeah, the only thing that I care about from this game is Cam Scadaboo. Man, prayers up. I hope he gets well soon. Yeah. It looks nasty. I saw the replay. I didn't see it in real time, but then they showed the replay and it was disgusting. Your ankle's not supposed to go that way. He just underwent surgery, and he's now said to be out for the rest of the year. Yeah. So that ends his incredible rookie campaign. Jackson Dart looks shook up over that. So yeah, just get well soon, Scat.
Yeah, prayers up to Scatamu. And on the other side for rushing, Saquon Barkley has his best game of the year with 150 yards and a touchdown. Obviously prayers up to Cam. That's the second Giants player that is, significant Giants player that's out for the rest of the year with Malik Neighbors. I don't have much more to say.
No, it's just unfortunate. This one wasn't in New York, though, so that's not their fault.
Next up, we've got a game that Jaden and I don't even think happened. The Buccaneers ended up beating the Saints 23-3.
The only significant highlight that I saw from this game was Spencer Rattler not realizing that linebackers can jump. And he just threw the ball. I forget what the player's name was, but the linebacker intercepted it, and then Rattler went to make the tackle, and he got put into the dirt. So that was pretty funny. Yeah. But this is just another game to me. Bucs should win this game. They should win it by 20. Man, they should maybe win it by 30, but whatever. Baker Mayfield didn't play his greatest game. I love Baker, but not his greatest game. Tej Johnson has looked pretty decent. Rashid Shaheed continues to look good, and Alvin Kamara is stuck in New Orleans because he won't play anywhere else. Yeah,
kind of unfortunate for him. But, all NFC South teams except for the Bucs losing this week. Looks like the Bucs are just going to run away with that division. Yeah. Sean Tucker ended up having a touchdown. Bucky Irving is still out for a little bit longer. But Bucs are getting it done. Yeah. And next up, we've got the Indianapolis Colts improving to 7-1 with their win over the 1-7 Tennessee Titans, 38-14.
Yeah, I like the little QB battle that was going on there. Cam Ward's continued to kind of look and get better. Unfortunately, the defense isn't on his side, and he doesn't really have a premier receiver to throw to. He kind of switches it up who he's going to throw to. I know A.O. Manor was there for a while. Now it's DK. But, Daniel Jones, Danny Dimes, and Jonathan Taylor looking amazing. The receiver core as well over in Indianapolis is looking really, really good. Yeah. They're really good at just working the rock downfield for 40, 50 yards at a time. That's why they're the most electric, most efficient offense in the NFL. I saw a post. I think they're the most efficient of the century. Yeah. But obviously we're only halfway through, but still that's crazy.
That's crazy. You mentioned the receivers. Alec Pierce, Josh Downs, each had a 40-plus yard reception in this game. Jonathan Taylor, another 3-touchdown game, had 2 on the ground, 1 through the air. And then Daniel Jones just so weird. Yeah. We're saying how weird this NFL season has been. If you told me a year or two ago that Daniel Jones would lead a team to 7-1, just wild, man.
Last year, if you said the top 3 in MVP would be Daniel Jones, Baker Mayfield,
and Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, Patrick Mahomes.
Oh, Drake May.
Drake May. Even. Yeah. I would have looked at you sideways. It's a weird NFL season. There's no clear-cut Super Bowl winner. There are obviously teams that are made for the playoffs, but it's just really weird.
And next up, we've got the Broncos beating the Cowboys 44-24. I really didn't see this coming from Denver. Obviously they had a great fourth quarter against the Giants just a week ago. But I didn't see them coming out here and putting 44 up on Dallas. Bo Nix, a 4-touchdown game. J.K. Dobbins, 100 yards on the ground. And then Dak Prescott, not even 200 yards and 2 interceptions. That's the score you're going to get.
Yeah, this is kind of the Cowboys' formula this year. Score 20, give up 40. And it sucks because, it doesn't really suck. Nobody really likes the Cowboys that much, I guess, so people are probably happy to see this. But it sucks because you have great players on that side, like Dak, Javonte, CD, even George Pickens. You have good offensive weapons, but the defense just doesn't have it. And especially, giving up Micah Parsons just doesn't... It's not a good look when your team can't play defense without him. So, Bo Nix has looked really good when we talk about MVP caliber players. We definitely got to mention his name in some sort of way. Troy Franklin. Didn't see that coming from Troy Franklin.
No,
really speedy receiver. Finding his way into the end zone twice there. CeeDee Lamb, I think, was this his first game back?
First game back.
Yeah. Didn't look very good, but that'll probably start to stack up over time. But yeah, the Cowboys just probably not going to be much of anything this year if they can't figure it out on defense.
No. And heading into the final game of Sunday, we had the Packers beating the Steelers 35-25 in a game that I didn't really watch much of. I know that Tucker Kraft had 2 touchdowns. He had a great game. Aaron Rodgers, 219 yards, 2 touchdowns, and Jordan Love, 360 yards, 3 touchdowns. Yeah, I mean, 143 yards from Tucker Kraft. He went off insane. On national tight ends there.
Yeah, I mean, now that the NBA's back, my nights are somewhat dedicated more to basketball sometimes. But I was peeking in and out of this game at points, and I just kept seeing Tucker Kraft, big gain, Tucker Kraft, big gain. And yeah, I mean, Jordan Love and the Packers, ever since that loss to the Browns, have not stepped off the gas. They looked like one of the best defenses in this game until certain points in the second. I think that's a touchdown and 2 field goals. But yeah, I mean, Steelers, the division is basically theirs to lose at this point. And Ravens are now up to 2-5. The Bengals are 3-4. So I mean, if the Steelers want to retain this division that they should be winning right now by more than a game, they kind of got to figure it out here.
Yeah. And now we're going to head into our predictions for Week 9 as well as a Monday Night Football for Week 8. I've got the Chiefs, obviously, tonight. Without Jane Daniels, I don't think the Commanders really stand a chance. And being in Kansas City, I don't know how we don't win that.
No, yeah, I'm also going to take the Chiefs in Arrowhead against the depleted Commanders team. I just think, yeah, that's an easy one to kind of predict there.
For sure. Don't know when this video will come out, but obviously you'll know who wins that game. And starting off with Week 9, we've got Thursday Night Football. The Ravens head into Miami. Who do you got, Jaden?
I mean, another hard one to predict, really, but I think seeing how both teams played, I think if Lamar Jackson comes back, I think the Ravens are just too overwhelming to overcome for Tua.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if Lamar comes back, I think the Ravens are going to make a playoff push for sure. Excuse me. And yeah, I think the Ravens will take that one in Miami. Next up, we've got the 49ers heading into New York to face the Giants.
I'm going to take the Niners in this one. I think, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I don't know Brock Purdy's timeline when he's supposed to be back, but I agree with you. I think the Giants are just too banged up right now. The Niners are also banged up on defense, but I think that they need to win right now if they want a chance to get into the playoffs. Giants aren't playing for much. 49ers have a lot of pressure on them right now. I think the Niners will take that. Next game up, we've got the Chargers heading into Tennessee, and I think this is a no-brainer. I think Justin Herbert will go in there and throw for 4 or 5 touchdowns.
I think so as well. I think the Chargers are still pissed off about that loss to the Commanders. I feel like they should have won that game, and I think that they know that, and I think that they're just going to not take their foot off the gas against teams that they should beat now.
Yeah, for sure. Next game, Vikings-Lions. If the Vikings were healthy, I think this would have been a better game, but because no J.J. McCarthy still, I think the Lions will take this one.
Yeah, honestly, this is looking like one of those games that could be weird, and then the Vikings win, but I'm just going to say the Lions are going to win. I'm not going to try and get weird. Yeah, Lions are going to win.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Next up, we've got the Falcons heading into New England to face the Patriots. And I don't know why, but the Falcons are calling my name even after that loss. It's just been such a weird season. Drake May's been fantastic, but I don't know why. I just think the Falcons will win this one.
You know, it's hard to disagree with you just seeing the Falcons' track record. But I am going to have to take the Patriots. I think the Patriots are one of the best teams in the NFL, and I think they're taking advantage of their matchups when they can, and I think this will be another example of that, especially if Kirk Cousins is behind center.
That's true. And next up, we've got the Colts going to the Steelers, and this is another one that I'm going to take the underdog. I'm going to take the Steelers to upset the Colts. I mean, the Colts are just such a weird team. I think they have to fall off eventually, and I've been saying that since the Colts faced the Chargers, but 2 or 3 weeks ago. And I think that the Steelers will end up beating the Colts. The Colts' magical end has to end somewhere.
I'm going to agree with you. I think this is where their stretch of losing 4 or 5 comes. And I think they lose to the Steelers in Pittsburgh. It's nothing against the Colts. I think the Steelers are just fire lit under their ass, like I said. Oh, excuse me. Fire lit under their butts, like I said. And I think they're hungry for a win, and they're going to want to get one back at home.
Yeah, for sure. Next up, we've got the Broncos heading into Houston, and after the performance I just saw from Denver, I got to take them to win this one going into Houston.
Yeah, Denver has looked like one of the best teams on offense and one of the best teams on defense. So I think it's going to be no problem against the Texans, who are kind of confused on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, for sure. Next up, a game that could go both ways. It might be another 40-40 game. The Bears going into Cincinnati to face the Bengals. Who do you got?
I was actually going to say I'm predicting a tie. It's a weird prediction. I'm going to say tie. Hey, man. We'll see.
I don't even hate it. Honestly, I am a big Bears supporter.
Yeah.
Or a big Caleb Williams supporter.
As well.
I think that the Bears will go into Cincinnati and get a win. Back-to-back years that they've started 4-2. Last year they ended up finishing 5-12.
Yeah.
Hopefully that's not the same year for them this year, and hopefully they can get their 5th win a lot earlier here in Week 9.
Yeah.
And the final of the 1 o'clock slate, we've got the Panthers heading into Green Bay to face the Packers, and I think the Packers will just take this one easily.
Yeah, I'm predicting for the Packers to also win this one. If Bryce Young's still out, I think it won't be close either.
Mm-hmm.
Bryce Young has had the offense looking pretty competent, honestly, but without him, I don't think they really stand a chance, and it's going to be Packers.
And next up, another game that will probably be a blowout. I mean, the Saints heading to the Rams. We saw Tyler Shuck, if that's how you pronounce it, play for the Rams. The Saints yesterday. And, I mean, Matthew Stafford and the Rams have just looked really good so far.
This is one, Georgia fans, Georgia Bulldogs fans, if you're a fan of the Georgia Bulldogs, tune into this Rams game because you'll get to see some Stetson Bennett, all right? That's all I'll say. Yeah, Rams by 1 million.
Yeah. And next up, we've got the Jaguars heading to Las Vegas to face the Raiders, and I think the Jaguars will come off the bye and get a win in Las Vegas.
I think this one's going to be closer than maybe people are thinking. Geno Smith is bound to have a good game. I don't know if it's going to be against the Jaguars defense, but confusing year, people.
Yeah.
But no, I still have Jags winning. But yeah, could be close.
Yep. And next up, the game of the year, hopefully.
Yeah.
Chiefs at Bills. We saw it last year with Josh Allen in that 4th and 2, 20-yard run. I was there. I wish I could be here for this one. But I'm going to take my Chiefs to win it, man. I mean, the Bills, they looked really good against, who did they just play? The Panthers.
Yes.
But they've looked really confusing all year. I mean, they lost to the Falcons. I don't know. This could go either way. Either way, I think it will be a really good game and entertaining to watch, but I got Chiefs winning it.
I'm going to go the Bills get their annual regular season win against the Chiefs before their playoff loss. I think in Buffalo, kind of riding the momentum that they have. The Chiefs also are kind of riding some momentum, depending on how tonight goes. But, yeah, I'm going to take the Bills. I think Josh Allen's going to throw a lot more. James Cook looks better than last year, so I think they get their annual regular season win. Also, why is this game not flexed to Sunday night? Nobody wants to watch Seahawks Commanders. Yeah, nobody wants to watch Seahawks Commanders Sunday night. I think everybody would much rather watch Chiefs Bills under the lights.
Yeah, I mean, and speaking of Seahawks Commanders, I don't know where this game could go. I mean, if Jaden Daniels is still out, I think Seattle wins it. But if he's back, it'll be a lot closer. In Washington, I don't know. I'm going to go Seattle for now.
I think I'm going to take the Commanders, which is scary because I don't know if Jaden Daniels is going to play. But Marcus Mariota is a streaky quarterback. Probably not going to have a good game against the Chiefs, and then he's going to be hungry. So, could beat the Seahawks. 2 streaky teams once again. But,
for sure.
Yeah.
And last but not least, Monday Night Football, we've got the Cardinals heading into Dallas. And I think the Cardinals will come off the bye and get a win in Dallas.
Yeah, I think so as well. I'm not sure if Kyler's going to start this game. I know Jacoby Brissett played last week. Browns legend Jacoby Brissett. Yeah,
and he didn't play poorly.
No, he didn't. He played actually really well. He was getting the ball to Marv, and I like that. So, yeah, I think I'm going to take the Cardinals to pick up the win here.
Yep. And that is going to do it for the second episode of Season 2 of Kickoff Conversations. Thank you so much for tuning in. Again, we hope to see you next week. Any final thoughts here, Jaden?
Yeah, let's hope for more good football, and let's hope that we can figure out who's actually good this upcoming week.
Yeah, absolutely. Anyways, have a great day, y'all. We'll see you later.